Station 11 is one of the most beautiful, emotionally resonant television shows I've ever watched. And I'm willing to go far enough to say that it's a masterpiece. If you haven't heard of this incredible gem yet, then it's a post-apocalyptic show about survivors who managed to survive a destructive flu pandemic and are now trying to restore the best parts of society 20 years later. And I know many people are tired of pandemic storylines and might not want to give this show a chance because of that. But people need to watch this show. It's so much more than just a pandemic story. It's an elegant representation of the human experience. The pandemic should be the reason why you watch this show, not why you don't. Because at its core, Station 11 isn't merely about a pandemic. It's about loss, and that's something we all know a little something about, whether it's as individuals or as a society. In the wake of all that we've lost, and all that we will ever lose, Station 11 shows us what it means to come back from that absolute devastation. It shows us what it means to recover. It shows us what it means to reconnect. It shows us what it means to remember. To remember everything and every person that we've lost, and to bring those things back in new ways. And the best example of that theme comes in the form of the character Jeevan and his ultimate fate. If you haven't watched the show yet and you plan on doing so, there are going to be some spoilers here, so just beware. I'll leave a timestamp below just in case you want to skip ahead. If you have watched the show, then you know that Jeevan loses both his brother Frank and his sister Sia, both of whom he loved very much and was devastated by their deaths. I want to make a note here that Sia was a doctor, and Frank was an award-winning writer that used a cane to get around due to a physical disability. This is important because later on in the series, Jeevan becomes an amalgamation of the two people he's lost. And it's such a beautiful revelation. He uses a cane like his brother Frank, and he ends up becoming a doctor like his sister Sia, too. This character moment exemplifies everything that's beautifully poignant about this show. I love the way that Station 11 handles loss and how people move forward. Jeevan's character represents what happens after loss. Parts of ourselves live on in other people when we're gone. Just like how Frank and Sia remain in Jeevan long after their deaths. When you look at Station 11 through the lens of loss, it's a touching, sentimental narrative that gives you peace and hope about the nature of life. Even after tragedy, even after the worst things imaginable have happened, all is not lost. Station 11 is a post-apocalyptic story that actually makes you feel good, even in the face of loss and mourning. And with stellar performances from a well-rounded cast and a powerful moving soundtrack to boot, this show establishes itself as an instant, thought-provoking classic that deserves so much more attention than it's getting. When I think of Kirsten, when I think of Jeevan, when I think of all the other characters in this show, I think about everything I've lost, just like them. And this show makes me remember that all these things I've lost are still a part of me. And one day, when I'm gone from this earth, I'll be a part of someone else, too. Hey everybody, this was a shorter video than what I'm used to doing. So if you liked what you saw, please leave a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more of this kind of content. I make videos about all things writing related. And here's a quick thanks to my patron Edith Lopez Torres who helped make this video happen. If you'd like to support me further, please check out my Patreon. I'll leave a link down in the description below. And if you've got some time, check out some of my other videos too. I really appreciate you watching this one. And to everyone who made it to the end here, thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.